Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Backpack Trader training room for Tuesday, June the 3rd, 2025. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not to be considered financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right. Only session today, so we'll do away with that. And I haven't even marked up charts this morning. Let's see where the crude is. Crude appears to be in a short. So crude is in a short. That was a get in sync that did get in sync. So we are short. And we have target 1 in hand. So this will be a one and done session. Where is my chart here? There it is. Unleaded also in a short. That one was a no trade, but we're in this short, which has hit target 2. So this will be a power of quitting trade. Right. Crude and unleaded both in power quitting trades. YM has a get in sync short. Market opens in just a few seconds. In about 25 seconds. That target 2 on the YM is our actionable. Soybeans has gone too far on this long trade. Pound Aussie in a long trade, it looks like. That trade set up right on the stop. The short. Okay, that short was too early. And the long was well after our start time, so the actual entry was, so we are in the long. Looks like YM headed upward, stopped out the short. So we will look for our first trade for a new setup. 63.12 for the crude stop. 621 for the unleaded stop. Soybean stop sitting at 37.5. But we are not participating in that trade. Long on the pound Aussie, short on crude and unleaded, and everybody else is flat. We are in market time. And we have a short trade on the micro Russell. I wasn't watching that. I think we pulled back far enough to get in that. We have hit money management, and target one and trailing. This one's big enough, I believe, that target two was going to be a. I can't even keep up with it. There's target three. Yeah, target two was big enough. So there was our money management break-even point. Target two was our first objective. Target three, our second. We're well past that now. First trade is a winner. $74.3 for the stop. Crude still and unleaded both still in their trades. Crude stop hasn't moved. The unleaded stop has. New short set up on the YM. And that canceled, so that is not a trade. 597 for the unleaded stop. Beyond target two now. Looks like we did get a one tick stop move. Still no trades on the YM. YM going through session highs. Long trade on the micro Russell. Standard size trade. Target three is our goal. 1.3. We need one tick beyond target one for money management. That's going to be 76.6. And we did trigger in. Unleaded stops out at 597. Soybean still trailing the early trade. Nothing to do there. Nothing to do there. Okay, unleaded is done for target one and target two traders. So we said 597, 22 ticks. No, I'm sorry. 47 ticks on the trailer. Target one traders pick up 28. Target two 44. Solid morning there. All right, micro NQ. Wait 4 minutes, and that's exactly where we are. So there is a short for micro NQ. And there's the trade. Full stop out on the micro Russell. So we have a win and a loss there. Crude continuing to move down, picking up target 2. So that completes that trade. Targets 1 and 2 there. 19 and 30, 49 ticks. And we have a long on the YM. I will take a look at the comments when things settle down a little bit. Trade is playing big to target 1. And we pick up a full loss on micro NQ. So for initial loss there. Win and a loss on the micro Russell. Still trailing the early trade on soybeans, and we're in a long on the YM. Unleaded and crude are both done. One and done sessions this morning. 9 a.m. session for crude. Just a regular one and done session for unleaded. YM in its first trade of the day. Back to the entry again on pound Aussie. Pound Aussie bouncing off the 200 EMA. And now we have a stop and reverse short on the YM, and we do trigger into that. All right, entry was 98, so 94 is the stop and reverse. 96 and key levels to 94. Getting very close to money management. And there it is. Target is 371, and there that is as well. So we get 20, well, actually we get 23 ticks. Yeah, 23. We had a 4-tick adjustment on the entry there. And so we are at 393 for the stop. Our stop and reverse was 421 to 394. 27 ticks, down 54. We picked up 23, so we're down 31. No new trades on micro Russell or micro NQ. That's a potential short trade on the YM, or not YM, on soybeans. That's a white trade. We've got to confirm we need the cyan line on the histogram to cross below the yellow. But because we are not in a trade, that's actually a valid trade. 39.25. So I'm going to mark that up when it shows up. Go ahead and put the entries there. And our stop would be up here at 42 flat. We also stopped out of the original trade at 39 flat. So this trade will show valid if we get the crossover, because it's no longer a stop and reverse situation that hybrid mode would keep us out of. And we did cross below. So our entry is at 39.25. It's a get in sync at this point. Small trade, so 37.75 is our money management level. First actionable target is target 2. 2 positions there. Long trade on the micro NQ that I wasn't watching. Yeah, there's a little wick there, so in the trade. That wick indicating we did come back to the entry. Initially, it was too fast to trade. And we get target 2 and maybe target 3. I don't think so. Yeah, we got the fixed target, but not target 3. So we get target 2 and trailer just above target 1. So 1 loss, 1 win, and we go short. I would adjust around that spike, because that I'm pretty sure would have been. So let's take that to 549.3, and actually let's adjust that below the 50. 549.25, 3-tick adjustment. Like 49, yeah, 49 flat's a better place. And it's hit the stop. So I would say that's a no trade. Hit the natural entry and the stop, then hit the stop. So that's a no trade. And soybeans. Oh, soybeans did give us a wick back to the entry. So that one is valid. We just hit money management. So that's going to bring our stop to 39 flat. YM. Okay, YM got target 1 and the break even stop on the trailer. So we're down 30 in the long trade. 27 tick trade, so it's big enough. Crude finally stopped out of its initial trade. But it's done for the 9 a.m. session. Right. Okay, we get another long trade of the micro NQ that hits money management. So we are at break even there. Micro NQ. Still nothing new. Session highs on micro NQ and micro Russell. Back to the session open on the YM. And we take a full stop out on the short, or rather on the long. Pound Aussie is still long. Soybeans makes target 2. So this will be a one and done session there. Target 2 is worth 8 ticks. 2 positions come off there. That is 4 points net. And our next object is target 3. All right, break-even trade on micro NQ. So we have loss, win, break-even, 3 trades. Win or loss on the micro Russell. What was our loss on this YM trade? Down 30. Risk was 37, so down another, down 104 now. Now, quick break even short on the short side of the micro NQ. So that's 2 break evens. Short on the micro Russell. That needs to move 1. So it looks like we'll go to 77.9. Target 3 for soybeans. Stop now. It's still at 39 flat. That's worth 12 ticks. For another 3 points, that's going to be 7 points. And we have 1 position remaining on the trailer. Long trade. That's a valid trade because it came down and hit stop before coming to the entry. So we will track this one manually. Micro Russell short, micro NQ long, soybean short, pound Aussie is long. So all 5 active charts in trades right now. No, I'm sorry, YM is flat. So 4 of our 5 charts active in trades. Micro Russell approaching money management. One tick to go. There it is. So we come to our 1 tick break even there. Looking for target 3. Pound Aussie seems to be kind of stuck there. Micro NQ approaching money management. Interesting, Micro NQ is going up with Micro Russell and the YM going down. Lots of uncertainty in the market right now. And we go break even on the Micro Russell. Money management on the Micro NQ, so that will go break even, to at least break even. We got to get up between targets 2 and 3 to start trailing. Possibly may pick up a tick on soybeans if this pushes down. So a win, a loss, and a break even on the Micro Russell. A loss, a win, and a break even on the Micro, and 2 break evens. That just, oh no, it hasn't stopped out yet. Would be 77.5, and only got down to 78 3/4. So yeah, we're still in the long on the Micro NQ. And we pushed to new session highs on the micro NQ, pushing for target. $604.25 for the new session high. Target is at 605.75. 1.25 points to target, or 1.5 points. There's target. Just hit it on the nose. So we're still at break even with our stop. So now we need to get about halfway between target 2 and 3. That is a second win. Okay, target 2 at 05.75. Target 3 at 17.75. All that 12 points, so we need 11.75. No, yeah, 11.75, 6 points to start trailing. So that's where we need to get to start trailing. Let's sign in line. Since we've already hit target and money management, I don't need money management anymore. Okay, we've got our full 5 ticks on the bar of soybeans, so we're not going to be moving the stop. Okay, it's going to remain at 1039 flat. In fact, it did remain at 1039 flat. We're on a new bar now. And looks like William and Micro Russell are starting to turn up. And Micro NQ is finding some resistance, it appears. But no changes in soybeans, no trades on YM. And now we should be trailing on the micro NQ. Actually, yeah, that one, okay, we probably are trailing. I suspect that before we hit the trailer. I know there's where we hit it. And good chance, now let's see. $5.96, $5.97. $5.96.50. No, $5.95.50. Got as low as $5.94.25. So, yeah, we would have stopped out right there at $5.96. No, $5.95.50. Before we got to target 4, but it's target 2 and target 3. Actually, probably stopped out before we got to target 3. So target 2 and a partial on the trailer. Still at 10.39 flat on soybeans. Back to the entry on pound Aussie. Long trade on micro Russell. That one is a big trade. Looks like it may be big enough for target 2. Yes, it is. Target 1 definitely going to be our money management level. %70 of target 1. $80.4 is our trail start. That's not looking good. YM with a short trade. That does trigger in. That should have given us time to get in as well. 21 ticks to target 1, so just barely big enough. Full stop out, so loss number 2 on the micro Russell. We get a win, 2 losses and a break even on 4 trades. We have 2 wins, a loss, and a break even on the micro NQ. Pound Aussie is at the entry. And we are in our 10 o'clock session for crude. Now I need to check and see. That one is a maybe. That hit the entry right at the start time. Target 1 and on its way to target 2. I'll follow another trade, but that I think that would have been very close to being able to get into that. If you're watching that and prepared to drop the order just as you hit 10 o'clock or maybe a few seconds before, I would have taken that. All right, there is a short on the micro NQ. Winning short on the micro Russell. It did transition, it looks like, to a long trade. Break even, actually no, a positive trade on the micro NQ on a stop and reverse. So that's a partial win. That would be win number 3, actually. Actually, that one's big enough for, that one is a win because would take profit target 1. That was big enough. So that is a 3rd win on trade number 5. 3 wins, 1 loss, 1 break even. So that was a break even. This was a loss. This is a win. 3 and 4. Good partial. And now in a long trade. So we are here. Yep, we need 1 tick. 76.6. We've been here before. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a final trade. There's money management. So our final trade on the micro Russell will be a break even. At least. Soybean stops out for a single tick, so we get 7.25 points on the day. YM got our short trade, 21 to target, trail down to 282. The target was 78. So we pick up 17 and 21, 38 on that trade. Brings us to 74.66. We're still down. And we come to a long trade that we're currently in. Big trade, 53 ticks. Took an extra, so that was 4 bars to get in the setup. So this one's big. Target 2 on crude. Target 3 on Micro Russell money management. Target 1 on Micro NQ. So this is going to be 3 wins, 2 losses, and a break even on the day on the Micro Russell. Finishing with a nice strong trade, it looks like. Trailing at 75.9. Soybeans is done. Pound Aussie taking some heat now. I will try to follow another trade on crude, time permitting. We'll have to close it down at 10:30. Get out of here to make another appointment. Target 4 on the Micro NQ, or Micro Russell, rather. $76.9 for the Micro Russell stop. Final trade there. Target 2 on Micro NQ. Not sure where we were here. So that was not a trade we were not in. Take a loss, a win, break even, win. That's 5 trades. Now the short was number 6. So that was our final trade. We're done. Not actually in this long. Three wins, 2 losses, and a break even. And I believe we had the same 1, 2 losses, 2 wins, 3 wins. Yep. 3 wins, a loss, 2 losses, and a break even on both. No, wait. Yeah. 3 wins, 2 losses, and a break even on Micro Russell. 3 wins, 1 loss, and a break even on the Micro NQ. I mean, 2 break evens on Micro NQ. Pound Aussie peaking below the 200 EMA. That's not good news. Micro Russell trailing beyond target 4. This is one of those catapulted trades. 79.2 for the stop. This is looking like probably the only trade we'll get a chance to look at on crude. Setting a new session high on crude, 63.49. $79.9 for the trailing stop, setting a new session high on the Micro Russell. YM getting very close to money management. Thursday. This one would be, there is money management, so stock will come to break even. That's going to be our break even, I believe. Target 3 on the Micro NQ and trailing. 607.5. $80.7 on the Micro Russell. So we go to target 4 now. That is on the session high at 638.5. But we get a stop out on the trailer to end that session. Actually, the session was already over. That trade would have ended it. Three wins, a loss, and 2 break evens. 7th trade would have also been a win. 81.2 for Micro Russell stop. All right, YM trailing. And there is target 1. That was a, what, 53 tick target, was it? Yes. We were down 66, so now we're down 13. And I believe we have more than that with the trailer. 296. Trailer is 322. Yep. 26, so we're plus 13 at minimum. So POQ trades for the Micro Russell and the YM in process. $83.2 for the Micro Russell and a full stop out on the Pound Aussie. $329 for the YM stop. Now plus 20. And bring unleaded back up so I don't forget it. Now about 7 minutes, actually 6 plus. A37 for the micro Russell. Pound Aussie, micro Russell. Micro Russell in his last trade. So Pound Aussie, YM's in its last trade. So the Pound Aussie and crude are the only charts I would be looking for trades on. So we aren't going to miss much by shutting down at 10:30. 84.2 for the micro Russell. I will be back momentarily. All right. So the YM stopped out at 334. So we get 38 ticks. $396. Yeah, 38 ticks. And we were down 13. So we are plus 25. YM is done. 84.7 for the micro Russell. New session high for unleaded. And for crude. 84.9. The micro Russell. Nothing on the pound Aussie. Looks like the pound Aussie was our laggard today. Everything else should be positive. And heading up again. Everything up except the pound Aussie. 87.2 for that micro Russell trade. So it looks like I'm going to have to leave the crude trade. And the crude trade, we got both targets, but still trailing, so no additional trades to look at. Micro Russell in its final trade, trailing position only, remaining now at 87.2 for the trailer from our entry at 75.2. So 12 points, 12 full points, 120 ticks. Still just $60, but still $60 for a single contract trailer on the micro Russell. That's a big trailer. We'll need to start launching our volumes on these probably within the week, or within about a week, about this time next week or so. We're transitioning to the September contracts on our market indices. All right, there's 87.7. 125 ticks. So we will call it a morning. Back again tomorrow morning at 9:30. Regular crude oil inventory session 10:30 tomorrow. Everybody have a good afternoon, and we see you tomorrow.